Nigerians need to know that there is an attempt to capture Inec. And this is not the first time.
Hey guys, it's your boy Hola. Welcome to another video. Are you an obedient or well-meaning Nigerians? Come. Do you know the federal government is trying to make an attempt to capture Inec? This report have been trolling on social media, and a lot of people have shown their concern about the systematic way in which the federal government are using to capture the Inec of Nigeria. Well, either you are obedient or you are citizens of Nigeria who want the best for Nigeria. This should be part of your concern and something that you have to be worried about. Inec is the major body that supervises and monitors the electoral process of Nigeria, and it should be an independent body according to the Constitution of Nigeria. Why are the federal government trying to cripple these institutions in many ways that can make it to affect the 2023 general elections? This is the last hope for the common man on the street for Nigeria, because during elections is when the citizens of Nigeria try to change the kind of leaders that rule them every 4 years. And to be frank, we need to be very worried about the situations in which Inec is being manipulated. From appointing a card carrier of APC as the chairman of Inec to the unfinancial of the institutions. Well, in case you don't know, according to Nigeria constitutions, the necessary financial fund have to be sent to the institution 1 year to the electoral process. Up to now, the information is different. This really prompts the executive director of the Yaga Africa that went on a national TV to express his own concern about the situations the electoral body of Nigeria have. Samson Etido, while speaking on Chinese televisions, expressed his own shock about Nigeria government trying to cripple the institutions that conduct elections in Nigeria. Well guys, I think you don't forget that we have no country than this country called Nigeria. Share this video to a lot of people out there. Share it to group, share it to anybody you could know, so that the government will know that their secrets have been open to the Nigerians out there, and they will do the needful. Let everybody be aware of these situations that the Nigeria government is trying to cripple the Inec institution, so that they will be able to be manipulated during the elections of Nigeria. For those of you who have not watched this video, watch the video and we'll be right back.
Nigerians need to know that there is an attempt to capture Inec. And this is not the first time. It started with an attempt to appoint Loretta Oneche. We moved from also an alleged appointment of national commissioners who, to an extent, in fact, one of them, there was, her membership card that was published online. To this particular time, you clearly see that there is an attempt, to capture Inec. And there's only one reason why the Inec is a major institution of focus. Because when you capture the institution, you undermine its capability to resist, attempts to undermine and circumvent the electoral process. There are two ways you can undermine an institution. First, you attack its operational independence. Secondly, you attack its financial independence. In this case, by the provisions of the Electoral Act, the law says all funding for elections should be transferred to the Commission 360 days, that's 1 year to elections. But about appointment, this is why Justice Ways, in his report, and the committee's report, said that remove the power of appointing national commissioners and resident electoral commissioners from the president and vest it in an independent body. It's 14 years down the line. We are still experiencing, situations that Justice Ways, in his recommendation, tried to address. We are in an election. I don't think that we understand the implication of this. We are 179 days to the 2023 elections. Recs have not been confirmed. And not just confirmed, you've now appointed people who have partisan leanings. And this is why the National Assembly, the Senate in particular, needs to rise to the occasion to resist and protect the independence of INEC by rejecting these nominees and asking the president to renominate. On that list, you can clearly see they have partisan leanings. The fundamental question is who even recommended and appointed these people in the first place? How did they make it into the list? There are actions that need to be taken before you even get to that point. There's a lot of security screening that needs to be taken, and this is where the Senate has a role to play.
But are you optimistic that the Senate will do just as you request? Because you recall that in the case of Loretta Onoche, she wasn't denied just because she was a card-carrying member of the APC. It was because there was someone else from her state that was already a wreck. So how are you expecting that the Senate would do this? Or and is it as simple as you say, because you expect that the Senate will carry out its own investigation, of course?
I think that if we've got leaders and legislators of conscience, if we've got leaders in the National Assembly that are interested in the collective good and interested in the sanctity of the 2023 elections, the best action to take is to reject these nominees, because it's an aberration of the Constitution. And that's why civil society have said that this is an attempt to protect the Constitution. It's not about any individuals. And you know what, in any case, and this is my advice even to the president and the ruling political party, making these kinds of appointments are not good for you and your image and your legacy. Because what you do is you tell the entire world that you are not interested in fairness, you're not interested in the integrity of our elections. So I even feel, for those who are making and pushing it, because it's just going to rubbish the legacies of the president and also the party. And so in the interest of the Constitution and the 2023 election, reject these nominees. They are individuals, women, persons with disability, who have the competence that can confer, let's not get to a situation where you conduct elections and then the legitimacy of the...
Welcome back. Well, in case you don't know, Nigeria government have not been prepared for the outcome of these general elections if the elections is being manipulated or being rigged against the will of the people. A lot of Nigerians has really showed their concern about the way Nigeria government are trying to manipulate the Inec. One of the prominent activists and a lawyer, Dele Farotimi, have shown his own concern, have warned Nigerians against manipulating the Nigerian people ahead of the 2023 general elections. He said Nigeria may not be aware that people are so hopeless and the only hope they have now is ahead of 2023 general elections, which the common citizens of Nigeria have put their hope on Peter Obi, be the president of Nigeria in 2023. He now warned the federal government to stop the manipulations of cripple the Inec institutions, or they should be ready for the outcome of Nigerian citizens that will be worse than EDSAS that is coming on the way. For those of you who have not watched the video, I'm going to release the video for you to watch right now, but I want you to share this video so that everybody, if you are obedient or not obedient, everybody will be aware of this drama the government are trying to do for the common Nigerian out there. Well, we have no other country than this country. We have to make sure it's great. Share this video and watch the video. We'll be right back.
If we're following ideology, I should be supporting Yeli Sowore. But there is an issue that I believe needs to be addressed. Nigeria claims to be a federation, and one of the foundation of that federation is federal character. That federal character didn't come recently. It's something that has been in our constitution as far back as 1954. Going by that, as far as I'm concerned, I cannot look beyond an Igbo candidate in this race, and thanks to God, there is an eminently qualified Igbo candidate in this race, and that is the person I will be supporting.
That's Peter Obi.
Yes,
to be precise.
To be precise, that's the person I will be supporting in the coming election.
Okay. I'd like to ask you, looking at the coming election, what do you fear the most about 2023 elections?
Absolutely nothing. Because what's the point of fear? Fear is merely a petrifying source. It goes to the root. Petrify means that you become rooted to the spot. I am excited about the coming election. I'm excited by the energy of the youth who have been given hope by Peter Obi's ambition, or shall I say his candidacy. Nigeria had become a hopeless place over the last 7 years, completely shorn of hope. The Buhari presidency has sucked up all the energy, all the hopes of the Nigerian people, and not everybody is going to be able to escape Nigeria. Not everyone is going to be able to run. If we are not going to run away and we are not to descend into violence, we would have to be given hope in one form or the other. And the only candidate that has energized the youth and given them hope in this season is Peter Obi. If that hope is dashed, if the Nigerian state contrives to take away what appears to be the only reason that the Nigerian youth wakes up in the morning with hope in his heart, then there will be reasons to be afraid. There will be several reasons to fear, because hope denied provokes violence. Nigeria is already violent enough as it is, but to now take away the hope that there might be some change at the end of this process, that is to be feared. Other than that, no fear.
So if that happens?
I am not sure that Nigeria is prepared for what is likely to happen if the people's votes are stolen or if their will is discounted. Let us be clear. NSAS was essentially a protest of the hopeless. The only thing that appears to have energized the same people who were largely involved in that struggle is the candidacy of Peter Obi. They've been silenced in terms of noise making and we are fighting. No, everybody is facing the election. You will see a bit of exuberance that has been mistaken in some quarters for the Obidient movement being combative, but that is because they've been rendered hopeless. This is the only thing they are holding on to. So for me, it's going to be an interesting time. The coming 5-6 months will be very, very interesting. But the only thing to be feared is anyone who is thinking that they might be able, at one level or the other, to truncate the hope of the Nigerian people. Other than that, there is nothing to be feared. Only excitement to be had.